showing you how to make an Easter egg tree. Now I saw a little tree in the store when I was out shopping, and it was about this tall, and they wanted $30 for it. And I thought, wow, $30, there's no way I'm paying $30 for that little tree. So I thought I can just come up with my own tree. So, you know, this time of year, everybody is trimming their hedges and their trees and getting ready for spring and all that. So my husband and I went for a walk, and I found 3 branches that I just kind of put together and thought, this is going to make a cute tree. So anyway, I brought them home. I just stuck the branches into the ground, and I spray painted them with white paint. After I had got them all spray painted and they were dry, I brought them in and I tied some rubber bands around them, and then I wrapped them in this twine. So after I did that, I went ahead and made up some plaster of Paris, poured it into my little container, and put my little tree right down into that and let that get nice and hard and all firm. So I'm just mixing up my plaster of Paris here. You can get this at any craft store, hardware store, anything like that. So you just follow the instructions that are on your container of plaster of Paris. Okay, so to continue on with my tree, I went and got just some little Easter grass, and I'm just going to put that here in the base of the tree, just to kind of cover up the plaster of Paris and everything. And you probably won't need much, just a little bit to put in there and kind of give it that little festive look. Oh, how cute. Love, love. Okay, so you don't need too much of that. Now, I was going to decorate my little tree with some eggs. So I bought 6 eggs. Just 6 is all I bought. And they're very, very cute. But I wanted more than 6 eggs on my tree. But I didn't want to spend that much money. So I thought, well, you know what? I can make my own little eggs to look kind of like this. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to make all the little Easter eggs to go on to our Easter tree. Okay, so this is the little egg that I bought. Absolutely love it. Think it is oh so adorable. Love it, love it. But I wanted to have more eggs on my tree than the 6 that I bought. So I went ahead and I made my own. Now it's not exactly the same, but it is oh so similar and oh so pretty. Absolutely love it, and just a lot of fun to make. So I'm going to be showing you how I made this little Easter egg. The first thing that you want is just to purchase some napkins. They can be any kind of napkins that you like, that you think is pretty. I just got these napkins at the dollar store. I thought they were so pretty. The first thing that you want to do is just go ahead and unfold your napkin. And you want to, it is automatically kind of is in 4 little squares. So you just want to separate those little squares there with just your scissors. You can also tear it if you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, because you're going to be cutting these up anyway, so it doesn't matter if you tear them or cut them. Okay, so I'm going to cut these 4 up, these little squares, 4 little squares here. I'm just going to take them and I'm going to kind of stack them on top of each other just so I don't have to cut each of these. Just saves me some cutting. And I'm going to cut them again into 4 squares. They don't have to be the same size at all, so it doesn't have to be lined up perfectly or anything like that. Now, you also want even some smaller pieces. So I took one of the squares and I cut it up again into 4 more squares, so that you'll have some squares that are of this size and some that are of this size. So anyway, so that's what I did with both of my napkins. Just gonna set those aside, and I did it the same with this one. Even though it's longer and it has 6 pieces, you do the exact same thing. Cut all 6 pieces and then cut them up into 4s. So anyway, that's how you get all your little squares like this. Okay, so I have 3 eggs here, a black one, a white one, and a pink one. Now the black ones I purchased in a tray just like this at Walmart, a dozen of them, also a dozen white ones. The little pink eggs now are the Zelf eggs that my little hidden Zelfs came in. I thought they were so cute. So my Zelfs are on a shelf, so I really wanted to repurpose these eggs. Now you can use any eggs, you know, the kind that come just like this in all of these colors. That does not matter what egg that you choose. Now these, let me get them over here. These 3 eggs right here, the pink Zelf egg, the little white egg, and the black egg. As you can tell, they all look different, but they all 3 are covered in the same napkin. So whatever your base color is, your egg, that's going to affect the color of what your end results will be. So that is so cool. So you can use the same napkin and get totally different looks depending on what color egg that you use. So I'm going to show you how to get this effect on your eggs. Okay, so you're going to need your eggs, whatever eggs you choose, and I have these little lollipop sticks that I just used some hot glue and stuck them right to the end of the egg. That gives me something to hold on to while I decorate my egg. So you will need your napkins, of course, in whatever you like, style you like, some Mod Podge, and also just some glitter here. And you do not have to use this kind of glitter. You can use any kind of glitter that you want, but this you can see through, so that's why I wanted to use this. So we'll get started here, and you're just going to take your Mod Podge and a paintbrush. And I'm going to do this on the big pink egg just so you can kind of see it really well here to start with, and then I'll do the white one. You're just going to paint your egg, and you have to kind of be just a little gentle because if you put too much pressure, which I have done, the egg comes off of the stick. But that's all right, I just got a little messy decorating that particular egg. So you're just going to cover your egg completely with Mod Podge. It doesn't have to be a certain amount. I just make sure it's nice and covered. There we go. Every little surface there is covered. And then you're going to take your napkin that you have cut up, and you're just going to lay it on top of your egg. And I start at the bottom and just make sure that, of course you're not going to cover it all, but I just make sure it goes all the way to the stick. I'm just going to press it down a little bit right onto the Mod Podge. And now I'm going to paint over, right over the top of the napkin. And you need to make sure that it is all covered in the Mod Podge. And just make sure it's pressed down. Now you will have to press this down even farther with your finger once it's all on there. But to start with, it doesn't matter if it has a few wrinkles and bumps and things like that. But do make sure that it's completely covered in the Mod Podge. And then you're just going to keep doing that until your whole egg is covered. Now it does not matter if the napkins overlap each other. That's fine, that's going to happen, so it's all right. Just keep layering it on there till you have the surface of your egg completely covered with napkin. Now when you have little small pieces like that, that's kind of why you want these smaller pieces that you have cut up. That way you can just put them in that little small spot and it covers it perfectly. Okay, so once you have all of your egg completely covered in the napkins and the Mod Podge, you're just going to kind of just smooth it out just a little bit with your finger. Now you have to be kind of careful here because now that this napkin is saturated with Mod Podge, it's going to be very fragile and it will tear. And if it does, that's all right. Just push it back down into a place and it should be just fine. So you just want to make sure that most of your bumps are kind of smoothed out and it's kind of flat. And all right, so that is how you get all your napkin on and covered in Mod Podge. And now you want to go ahead and take your glitter, let me open it up here, and just sprinkle it right on top of your egg. You want something to catch all your extra glitter because it's going to go everywhere. Just make sure that your surface of your egg is all covered with the glitter. Okay, now another reason this stick comes in handy, I poke little holes all in my trays in the center, and that way I can put my egg in there and it can dry upright like that. So that is just awesome. Okay, so I have 2 of the eggs here that are already all nice and dry. Now there are 2 ways that I'm going to be attaching of the eggs to the tree. One of them I'm going to already have them pre-tied like this, but then there are certain branches that this will not slide over because the branch maybe doubles or spans out or something like that. So there is another way that I will be attaching that particular ornament, and I won't actually put the ribbon on until I'm getting ready to put it on the tree. But I am going to go ahead and show you how I did this one right here. I just took 2 pieces of ribbon, cut them to the same length, and that will be according to how much excess you want to hang, so that will be entirely up to you on how long you want to cut it. And I just tied it into a basic little bow like that. And then I took one single piece, a little bit shorter than those 2, because this is the one that is actually going to make my little loop to hang my egg from. And I just tied a knot in there. And I'm just going to trim that tail up just a little bit. Okay, and then I have my hot glue here. Let me get my carton, which is right here. It's going to help me just a little bit to hold this egg. Even though I've got eggs in here drying, I'm going to use this to help me hold this little egg upright so I won't knock it over. Okay, so I'm just going to take just a little bit of hot glue and stick it right down into where you pull the little popsicle stick from. It actually kind of leaves just a little indent there, so this makes it perfect to attach your ribbon to. So I just put a little glue there, and I use a stick to kind of help me so I do not get burnt. I just stick that little knot down in that little hole that was left after you pull out your popsicle stick. Just kind of hold it there for a second until it dries a little bit. Okay, my stick off now. And I'm just going to attach my little ribbon that I made just right into the center of this egg, right into the center of that little loop that I just put on there. Okay, and that is as simple as that on attaching the little ribbon to this one. Okay, so let me grab one here that's already ready to go. And let's say I want to hang it right here and I can't get it past all of those branches. I'm just going to go ahead and loop it over my tree about where I want it to hang. Go ahead and tie a bow in it. That way it won't fall off when I'm trying to put my egg on. Okay, so we've got our little ribbon tied, and we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right there in that top part of that egg, just like we did on the rest. And we're going to go ahead and just attach our little bow part right to the egg there. And I've got my little stick to kind of hold it so I don't burn myself. Let's get it right even there. Hold that in place while it dries for just a minute. Okay, and then that's how you're going to get on the little eggs that you can't slip over the branch. So I'm just going to continue to decorate my little tree here. Okay, y'all, so this is the Easter egg tree. Absolutely think it is just adorable. Hope it gives you some ideas on how to make your very own Easter egg tree. So anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye now.